What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Pastry Beard Podcast. And we're here. It's your host, Winston Murdoch, and
your co-host Telecia.
What's up, Telecia? How you doing?
Fine.
You doing
as
fine?
always.
Why you just sound like fine and that's it? Come on, man. You gotta sound happy. You gotta sound energetic.
I'm doing wonderful, Winston.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. That sounds a lot better. Hope everybody's doing good. We want to thank everybody for listening and tuning into the podcast. We're gonna keep growing and gonna keep putting out some new episodes every week. So today we're going to talk about something.
Oh, sorry.
Can you wait for a second? She just got right into it. But yes, guys, we're talking about pizza today. And pizza is one of my favorite food. Yeah, I have a lot of favorite food. You're looking at me like you always say that.
Yeah.
No, pizza is actually a part of my go-to meals.
Oh, for real?
Along with fries and veggie burger.
Okay.
And a lot of, actually, you know what? There's a lot of things that I like to eat. So, but pizza is on, like, if I had a list of stuff that I love to eat, pizza would be at number like 7. So it's in the top 10. You know what I mean?
I'm not crazy about pizza though, but
What?
yeah.
So let me ask you: are you a thin crust or a thick crust?
I'm a thick crust.
You like the thick crust?
Yeah.
Ones? No, I don't like it.
I think the thin crust is like
Too crispy, too thin.
yeah.
But I think it's better like that. Normally when I get pizza, I always order a thin crust. If it's just like a regular, the franchise companies like Domino's or Pizza Hut, I normally get a thin crust. I don't know why. I just don't like too much bready, heavy. You know what I mean? And most of the other ones are pretty much like that. But I'm a thin crust type of guy. So today, guys, we're gonna discuss pizza, and we want y'all to tell us: do you rather thin crust or thick crust? Thin or thick? Let us know in the comments below. Let us know on our Instagram. My Instagram is at pastrybeardtv or at Chef W Murdoch. Telecia, what's your Instagram?
Mine is Telecia_Panadero.
Okay. So comment below and let us know what's your favorite type of pizza. So today we're gonna get into a little bit of education, a little bit of experience, and I've had quite a number of pizza, and I've made a lot of different type of pizzas. So we're gonna get into, as we just talked about, pizza. You have 2 type of dough. You have the thin crust dough and a thick crust dough. So we're gonna list out the types of pizza now. We just talked about the crust. So there's Neapolitan pizza. There's Chicago style pizza,
New York style pizza,
Sicilian style pizza, Greek pizza, like you said, and California pizza, Detroit style pizza, and St.
Louis pizza.
Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot of different type of pizzas, and I think it's funny that before this podcast, I was doing some research on it, and I actually did not know there was so many different types of pizza. You know what I mean? I know there was like thin crust and thick crust, and
that was the only type of pizza I knew about.
Right. But you see, most of these other pizzas, it has to do with the dough consistency. It has to do with baking temperature. It has to do with the toppings.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fascinating. So we want to get into a little bit of that, and just to give our our understanding and our views on these types of pizza based on from a consumer perspective and from a pastry or baker perspective, because that's what I do for a living. So, and Telecia also taps into the baking aspect of this. What you call it now? She's a baker too, hence the name panadero, which is Spanish for baker. But so let's get into the first one, Neapolitan pizza. Now, they said that the Neapolitan pizza is actually the original pizza. And basically it is from Naples in Italy. And it was actually brought brought over here in the United States. and that's when everybody start creating their own versions.
Pizza.
Right. That's based on what I understand from it. But the Neapolitan pizza, just like every other classic, traditional, celebrated meals or foods, are always created by poor class people.
Oh.
Right. So the pizza was really created by the people of Naples, poor people who didn't really have a lot, you know what I mean? So they had to make do with the few ingredients they had around. They had a lot of tomato.
Oh, so that's flour. Why they came up with
pizza. So that's how that pizza came about. And it's pretty fascinating, man. Like with a lot of travels that I've done, and a lot of research that I've done on food and stuff, I realized that the aspect of food, and for instance, like oxtails. Oxtail is really a peasant food. You know what I mean?
Oh, for real?
Yes, like
I didn't know that.
Oxtail originally, and a lot of people don't know this. There's an animal that's called an ox.
Yeah, I think I've heard about that.
And it's similar to a cow.
Oh.
It looks just like a cow, but the name of it is an ox. And they take the tail part of it, and a lot of people don't even know this, that the tail portion that you would see, that the small piece that comes out at the back, right? What they do is when they kill the ox, they remove that small portion that you would see, but also goes all the way up to the spine. Oh. So like a section of the spine is also considered the tail.
So that would have been the oxtail.
Right. And it was peasant food because, traditionally people didn't really have money to buy stuff. So they would sell the better portions of the meat to the richer folks, and then and the one that's left over, that's what they would use to make meals. Because you think about it, the oxtail is pretty much bones.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Let's say back in Jamaica, it's really expensive.
Exactly, but now I'm saying to you, the same thing.
It's crazy.
The same thing now is super expensive. Like if you go to a Michelin star restaurant, they be using like offals, like internal organs to make stuff, because back in days, that's what was made by the poorer class people, and they know how to get great flavors out of it. Yeah, so that's just a little quick note for you guys to let you know. But like I said, the pizza was basically created off of the fact that there was not a lot over there in Naples, in Italy, and they came up with this beautiful dish that took over the entire world. Some of the varieties of Neapolitan pizza are the pizza marinara. Now, the pizza marinara is just tomato, garlic, oregano, extra virgin olive oil, and you just bake it in. And this is something, again, that we have to tell the listeners, that the difference between the different type of pizzas are mainly differentiated in the consistency of the dough, the type of topping. And the way you bake it. For instance, the Neapolitan pizza are normally baked in wood burning ovens. So they have these ovens that I forgot the name of it right now, but you put wood inside of it. So
like to the back, and then you have the pizza at the front.
So it's like a brick oven.
Yeah.
So you put the wood in the back, it burns, it goes to like 800 degrees Fahrenheit, because the faster you can cook
to 1,000.
Right. So the faster you cook the pizza is better. Yeah, because it gives you a crunchier texture. You know what I mean? And that's what helps some of these pizzas to get, like, as we're gonna get down into the different type of pizza, because we just list the first set of them. So like I said, the Neapolitan pizzas, they have varieties for like the pizza marinara. We have this famous pizza that a lot of people have, is a margarita pizza. And the margarita pizza is just tomatoes, sliced mozzarella, basil, and extra virgin olive oil. So whenever you bake pizza, you put your stuff on top. Once it's baked, then you just drizzle some oil on top,
and that's it.
And you can put some fresh sea salt if you have that, and some fresh black pepper, grounded black pepper. That gives you a beautiful flavor. With a margarita pizza, you also could do some arugula. Arugula is really nice. It's like peppery. So if you make a mozzarella pizza, when you finish baking it, you can top it with some arugula and maybe a little bit of dressing if you want.
I think I've seen margarita pizza with spinach.
Yeah, a lot of people put different stuff on it, but you know, it's whatever you like. It's really whatever you like. So we're gonna get to the next thing that we're gonna talk about, which is, what's the next pizza?
Chicago pizza.
Chicago pizza. Chicago is one of my top 2 cities.
Yeah, this is a deep dish pizzas, right?
Yes. Chicago is actually.
I've heard about this one.
Yeah, it's pretty popular. This is more of like a thick crust type of person. You know what I mean? Chicago pizza is pretty popular around the United States. Based on my understanding, that most of the pizzas that we're going to talk about today are mainly popular in the United States. Right. Yeah. So I, in no way, shape, or form, I'm telling anybody that I'm a pizza connoisseur, but I know a little bit.
Yes. So this is our views.
This is our views. I don't want nobody to curse me out and tell me, oh, you wrong and whatnot. If you feel like that, then fine. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So the Chicago pizza was made famous. It's the deep dish pizza. And it got a name in the early 1900s. It was immigrants that created
the Chicago pizza.
Yeah, and it was a play on the Napoleon pizza. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then they decided to go a different route because they wanted to make their pizza more filling. You know, if you realize that most of the stuff that people have over here in the United States, it's like that. You know, it's more filling stuff. It's more like a larger portion or thicker portion, or they thought they're most of the restaurants here are like that. They give you big portions.
Oh,
yeah. So if you go do a sit down, you realize that most of the food there is just
a lot.
Yeah, they give you a lot. Mom and pops, most of the mom and pop restaurants, you go there, you get out a pancake, you probably gonna get 1 10-inch pancake.
Oh, for real?
Sometimes 2. What?
But sometimes, getting a lot of food one time, that can be a turn off.
Yeah, some people don't like it, but there's also people that love that type of stuff.
What?
Right. So back to the Chicago pizza, the deep dish pizza. The deep dish pizza actually, traditionally, was the first one, or was one of them pizza that they put pepperoni on.
Oh.
So this is out of the pepperoni. So traditionally, if you got a deep dish pizza, it would be grounded beef or sausage, pepperoni, onions, mushroom,
mozzarella,
green bell pepper, and mozzarella. Yeah. So, and all of that would be placed at the bottom. So you would put all the meat and stuff on the bottom.
He would line it.
Yeah. So you put the meat, whatever you want. Let's say you're making a grounded beef and sausage with mushroom and onion and bell pepper, right? Mm-hmm. You would put the pizza dough in a deep pan. So the pan is almost, it's not as flat as a pizza pan. It's like a
Pyrex dish type.
It's like a tart dish, or you could use like a cake pan.
Oh,
it's the same, like a 3-inch cake pan. And that's 3-inch eye. So the 3-inch pan, you would put the dough, line the dough around the pan, the bottom of the pan. Mm-hmm. Then you put your filling, which is whatever meat, whatever vegetables you want to use. And then on top, what you would put next, then you put your sauce.
Oh, so they do it another way,
right? Because
so you put the meat and then the sauce.
If you realize, like, most of these other franchise companies, like
Domino's
or Little Caesar. Well, I never had Little Caesar's pizza.
Oh, for real?
No, I've never had that.
I've had it.
Is it good?
Well, back in Jamaica, it was like really salty.
Oh, okay. My mom loved Little Caesars.
Oh, for real?
Yes. I don't know why, but anyways. So, like I said, the filling goes to the bottom, the sauce goes on top of the filling, and then the cheese. Now, one of the reasons they do that is to prevent the dough, the pizza dough, from getting soggy.
Oh.
Because if you put the pizza dough, then you put the sauce is going to become soggy.
Yeah.
And then you put the cheese on top. But they do it in the opposite.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? Most people put the sauce, and then they put the filling, and then they put the cheese.
maybe it's done that way because is the pizza crust pre-baked?
No, it's not pre-baked.
Oh, that's why. That's the reason.
Right, because it's gonna be soggy.
Yeah.
Right. So it's fascinating to see it. You know what I mean? And like I said, that type of dough is more like fluffier. It is thick, and it is like to me it's like a bread with just like filling on top of it.
Oh.
That's why I don't like. That's the way I
thick crust.
Yeah, that's the way I feel about thick crust pizzas. That's why I don't eat it, because it's like you're eating a thick loaf of bread with filling and cheese.
Like
on
it's
that.
too much.
It's just too much bread. I like it like crackers. You know what I mean? I like my pizza like crackers.
That's why I don't like thin crust because
really.
Yes, that's
Wow.
like it's like too.
It's too thin for you. Yeah, I get it. But you know, like I said with the Chicago style pizza, even though it's thick and it's deep, they still find a way to make the dough crispy.
Oh.
So the temperature of the oven, sometimes they put this metal thing in the middle of it, which brings heat to it.
Oh.
Yeah, so because there's so much filling and stuff inside, it takes a long time to cook. And because it's so deep, the reason they put the cheese on top is too because it give it a better caramelization. You know what I mean? So that's the Chicago style pizza. Another famous pizza, which I've had 2 times.
New York style pizza.
New York style pizza. Whenever I go to New York, which is probably once every 2 years or once every year. I think the last time I've been to New York was 2000 and 18. I think I went to New Jersey and then I drove to New York. We'll never do that again. It is man. New York is too busy. I can't do it. It's too busy. I drove from Jersey. It wasn't a long drive, but when I got to Manhattan,
it was crazy.
The cab drivers, they drive crazy. They just be pulling over. They be just swinging in the road. And sometimes you're driving and some of the streets don't have no lines.
Oh, so for real?
You don't even know what lane you're supposed to be in because there's no line. You know what I mean? And you like, and to think that New York is one of them cities that is so popular, I would think that would be more structured, but it's not. But I've had the New York style pizza, and let me tell you something.
Is it good?
It is good. It's a cross between a deep dish and a thin crust.
For real?
For me. A lot of people may think that's crazy or stupid that I just said that, but for me,
so the crust is thinner.
The crust is thinner,
and it's like.
But what they do is
layer
the pizzas are so big, you can fold it.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you cut a slice. Just picture a slice of pizza, like probably like a 16-inch pizza. Yeah, they make them that big.
Wow.
You cut a slice. It is thin, but it's also have a fluffy texture to it. So when you pick it up, it's like, it's like bouncy. So a lot of people eating, they fold it in half and then they bite it. It's hard for me to explain.
Well, I think
some of the listeners probably know what we're talking about. If you've ever had a New York style pizza, you can comment and let us know what you think the flavor is like, what you think the texture. Let's not say flavor because everybody's gonna make their pizza different, right?
Yeah.
So let's tell us what. But that pizza pretty much. That pizza is pretty popular. It's one of the I would say the second most popular pizza on this whole list of pizzas that we're gonna talk about. The New York style pizzas. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I like that one a little bit. Telecia, I don't think you never had a New York style pizza.
No,
I've
never had that one.
Really?
Yeah, I've never had that one.
We have to
But
we have to go to New York. Me and you got to go to New York. So we got to try that together. You know what I mean? So you can tell me what you think about it. What? So you know what I mean? So like, have you been to New York?
No, I've never been to New York.
Really?
Hopefully, I'll be going sometime soon after this whole.
You were supposed to go to New York like a couple of months ago, no?
Yeah, but I didn't go.
Okay. So we're gonna move on. Like I said, guys, this is just like a brief thing. I'm gonna tell you at the end of this, all of this, but I'm gonna tell you my favorite pizza that I like.
But hold up,
Mm-hmm.
for the New York style pizza, it's at the same toppings and all of that.
Yeah, well,
as
most of the pizzas, like the toppings are like
the same thing,
right? Because like I've worked in a restaurant that they make their own mix, so it's like Fontina, fresh mozzarella. I mean, not fresh mozzarella, but mozzarella. What's the other one? It's like three different cheeses they use
cheddar.
to mix.
You use cheddar
No, it's not
cheese?
cheddar.
Oh.
Well, you could use it, but like the traditional, because you want to use cheese that are not too strong in flavor to counteract, depending on what meat or vegetable you put on there. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, most pizza have 3 main components: a cheese, a sauce,
and meat,
and the dough.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And then you can add
your veggies
and subtract whatever you want from that. So like most of the pizzas, like I said, the only thing that could differentiate the pizzas is
the dough,
the type of dough, which is thick or thin.
Mm-hmm. How it's prepared,
the mixing methods.
Yeah,
because that also
determines
the significant role in how the dough comes out. Mm-hmm. Because you have some pizzas like when you go back to like maybe Sicilian pizzas, which we're gonna talk about. It makes those pizzas are more like what do you call that now? Like they puffy. I don't know if I'm explaining. Like, all right, so the middle of it is flatter, but around the ends, a good pizza. When you're making a pizza, good pizza.
Mm-hmm. The ends are poofy.
Yeah, they are poofy or
puffy.
Yeah, so that's how you know. Like I said, that's a different type of technique. When making that type of pizza, but that type of pizza is like crunchy, but when you get on the inside of it, it's still soft. You know what I mean? So it's like a balance of the two textures. You know what I mean? I
think an example of that type of pizza would be something from Pizza Hut. Or
well, Pizza Hut don't really make that type of pizza. Their crust is similar. It's more doughy. Like if you get the thick crust, it's they shape it the same. Yeah. So the ends are like of a curve. Like a little curve. Mm-hmm. Right. But traditionally, when you do that and you bake the pizza, it's supposed to have like ear bubbles. Oh. So if you look at if you go to some restaurants that make quality Italian style pizzas, you see that the dough at the ends, even though it's like have a curve to it,
you can see bubbles.
There's a lot of bubbles. So you can when it's baked, you see like some of the ear bubbles break, and you can see like a big hole in the pizza and stuff like that. So that's how you know a good, real Italian style pizza versus like an American type pizza is more like, you know what I mean, like just flat and you know what I mean, like just like a bread. Right.
Regular fiber. Well, this conversation makes me want to eat pizza.
You always want to eat. That's one thing about you.
I'm so hungry right now.
You always hungry.
Well,
you always hungry. Every time I talk to you, you're eating something, you're about to eat something, or you're gonna eat something.
Well, we're talking about pizza, so what do you expect?
Oh Lord, here we go.
I'm crazy.
Yeah, but anyways, so we're gonna talk about Sicilian pizza now. So we talked about New York style pizza, Chicago style pizza. What else? We talked about what's the other one? Napolitan pizza.
So we at the Sicilian pizza.
We're at Sicilian pizza. I haven't. You know what? I thought about this just now, and I was thinking about something previously. Like I want to go on an excursion of life. Like every 6 months, I would love to go to a different country.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and just to bask in their culture, you know what I mean?
The food culture, right?
Like for instance, now we say Sicilian pizza. I would love to go to Sicily and have a pizza from Sicily.
Yeah, to know how
to get an
exactly how they do their pizza instead of getting it elsewhere. I guess.
Right. And then you find that so like I worked with this Italian chef, right? And I've worked with various Italian chefs throughout my career, and I realized that every Italian chef is different, and everybody cooks different, which we all know. But this chef that I was working with, he buys everything from Italy.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
like
everything.
get it shipped in.
Yes.
Why?
Because if you're cooking authentic food, right, you have to get the authentic ingredient, which makes a lot of sense. Like when I was working with him, the pasta that he buy, if he's not making it from scratch and he has to buy, he
he's
buys
getting it
Italian
from
brands.
Oh,
He buys Italian tomato sauce. He buys all the stuff that all the stuff that he buys is stuff that he will normally cook when he's back in Italy.
Oh,
which
so
makes
you get
a
the
lot
same
of sense.
the flavor.
Right, but then you have some chefs that try to use the ingredients from the country that they're working, but still try to tie it in with the Italian culture, which is more difficult because if you don't have the ingredients, then it kind of makes
You won't get the same.
You're not gonna get the same flavor. You're not gonna get the same texture. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I really would like to, even though I've seen restaurants here that are like say African restaurant here in America, but at the end of the day, I don't think you're gonna get that authentic feeling. Like if you go to Jamaica and you have a Jamaican food at a Jamaican restaurant here in America,
it's different.
it's gonna be different.
Yeah.
Because the chicken is different from the chicken in Jamaica. The seasonings
Are different.
You're not getting the fresh
Authentic
flavor without the authentic ingredients.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I say I want to travel. So I want to do a lot of traveling for the next couple of years to come. I'm giving myself.
And you're correct, because I guess this might sound weird, but remember the group trip to Mexico, I think like eating food from Mexico is like different from going to a Mexican restaurant and just having, a taco or burrito. So it's really different.
Right. Okay. So let's finish talking about the Sicilian pizza. So the Sicilian pizza, just like every other pizza, was created by immigrants again. You know what I mean? They poor class people again. You know the story. We're not gonna get into that too much, but
yeah,
it is a thicker cut of pizza with a pillow dough. It's crunchy crust, and is often
topped with tomatoes,
right,
onions, anchovies, and herbs.
Right. So those are the traditional type toppings for the Sicilian pizza. It's tomato, onion, anchovies, and herbs. And these pizza are baked at a lower temperature, which is like 425 for like 15 to 20 minutes. And typically, sometimes they make them square.
Oh.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like I saw this commercial the other day. Somebody was talking on the commercial and like, why do you put
a round pizza in a square box?
And I was like, oh man, I ain't never thought about that before. So I guess the Sicilian pizza would be perfect for going in the square box. I was laughing.
But that's crazy though.
I was laughing when I saw that commercial when he's like, why do you put a round pizza in a square box?
Yeah, I know that commercial.
Yeah, so like I said, just like most of the pizzas, they are served. The Sicilian pizza sometimes is served with or without cheese, and often the cheese is underneath the sauce to prevent the pie from becoming soggy. So, like I said, guys, if you know and understand the different type of pizzas, then you realize that the Sicilian pizza now, this is how they do it: the pizza dough, cheese, then sauce. You understand what I'm saying? Because that prevents. So I don't understand why they do that, but maybe when the cheese starts to melt, it forms like a coating.
So the sauce don't get through.
Sauce, exactly. Maybe that's why they do it. I don't know. Maybe I got to try to find a Sicilian.
But
friend.
it's so crazy. Like you have so many different type of pizza styles. Like you have the sauce at the bottom. You have the sauce after the meat. No, we're seeing that you have the sauce after the cheese, right?
Right.
Yeah, so.
All right, so the next pizza we're going to talk about is the Greek pizza. Every time I hear the word Greek, there's only one thing that comes to mind.
Cheese, for me.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of cheese?
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella?
Really? Yeah.
Oh, that's what comes to mind?
Every time
There's two things that comes to mind when I hear there's actually a salad, the Greek salad.
Oh.
So every time I think Greek, I'm thinking
Greek
salad. I don't know, man. They tied that salad to that culture so much. You know what's funny? Just think about this. Every culture has at least 2 or 3 dishes that is like they go-to dish for that country. You know, the Japanese, the Chinese do like fried rice,
sushi.
The Japanese are more like sushi or what do you call that thing? Pot. Oh man, this thing they doing now, everybody doing it. That noodle thing.
The bowl.
Noodle bowls.
Ramen bowls.
Ramen bowls.
Ramen bowls.
Right.
That's a trend now.
Right, like Americans are big on burgers. You know what I mean? And
once you hear Jamaica,
Italians,
that's jerk.
It's jerk. Italians are big on risotto. Like most of the countries have a popular rice dish. And then you have other cultures that have like other popular
dishes.
Dishes that is just like world renowned. Gosh, I almost cursed just.
Wait.
But these dishes are known throughout the world. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
But like I said, I every time I hear Greek, I think of a Greek salad.
No, every time I hear
have you ever had a Greek salad?
I've made it.
You never had it?
No, I've made it before. So this is why I'm saying every time I see Greek, I'm saying, the cheese.
Yeah, but mozzarella, you mean feta.
The thick. Oh, yeah, feta cheese.
I was like, why is she saying mozzarella? You think about pizza. You are one greedy person. But mozzarella is not, I don't think mozzarella is Greek. I don't think so. Yeah, but feta cheese.
Yeah, feta cheese.
You ever taste feta cheese? Have you ever had it before?
No.
How you make a salad and you don't know what it tastes like? So you don't taste things that you put in the food? Come on, don't start with that. That's the worst.
No, it was like a new job and I was learning. So after a while, I left that job though. So
yeah, but
it was
still
like,
though, you working. Man, you just got me upset now.
Why?
I hate people that work with ingredients and don't know what it tastes like.
But wait, no, back in Jamaica, you have certain things you can and can't do. Like if you're at a job, you have some supervisor over you. Like if you put that in, if you taste that, that's it.
If tell that supervisor I said they're dumb.
Let's
mother.
go.
You know what I mean? There's no way you can work in the kitchen and you're not tasting the stuff.
But I think it's that.
It's all right. So the feta cheese is super salty. It is. I think the main flavor you get out of for me, the main flavor I get is salt. It's like semi creamy because it's a crumbled cheese. It's like really dry.
Yeah.
So it's not like Fontina or Gouda. But it's not like none of those cheese that you can distinctly taste the flavor.
Oh.
It's more the first thing you get is salt.
Oh.
So, but oh my God, you gotta try that stuff, man. Ain't no way you can be in the kitchen and never ever do that again. If you're working in the kitchen, you have to know. If you're making a salad, you have to know. I see people working all the time and do that,
But no, it's like I'm wondering if it was another cheese or was it really the Greek?
If you're making a Greek salad, that's the only cheese that's supposed to go in there. Feta. Well, that's based on my knowledge. That's what I was taught too. So I could be wrong. Maybe somebody from Greece or one of those places can probably correct us on that one.
Comment if you guys use another cheese for Greek salad.
Let us know. Hit us up on Instagram or on YouTube. You can comment below, or Podbeans, wherever you stream this podcast. You can just let us know what you think. So let's get into the Greek pizza. So Greek pizza was created, again, we know how the whole story goes,
by immigrants.
Well, it was brought to America by immigrants, but because we're like I said, we're talking about America, the popular pizzas in America. and throughout the world, because a lot of places throughout the world still make these type of pizzas, because they're so popular. The Greek style pizzas is especially popular in New England states, which is up north, Boston. Where else up there? Wherever, close to Boston, up that side. That's the side that it's that's the side that is very popular. It's thick and chewy crust, cooked in a shallow oil pan, resulting in a near deep fry bottom, right? So while this style of this style of pizza has a crust that is puffier and chewier than thin crust pizza, it is quite as thick and deep
as a deep dish or Sicilian
pizza. Sicilian crust.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is pretty much it's like a mixture between the different textures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a crunchy.
Puffier.
It's thin, but it's thick at the same time.
I'd want to try this one.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever tried a Greek pizza either. I'm gonna try to find somewhere that sells that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So they say the typical sauce, they go heavy on their sauce, and they have a lighter on the cheese. You know, they gotta put whatever Greek stuff they would put on there, like yogurt, feta cheese, black olive, red onion. Oh, that's a combination that I love.
Black olives and red onions.
Yes. I love black olives.
I like black olives as well.
Oh, so this pizza now, they also, like you said earlier, sometimes they mix mozzarella and cheddar and provolone. So,
okay.
You got it. So this cheese, so let me read this thing to my listeners. The sauce typically has a tangy tomato paste with a strong oregano flavor. It is often only topped with cheese, which is usually a mix of mozzarella, cheddar, and provolone. It may feature a variety of non-Greek or Greek toppings, such as feta cheese, black olives, and red onions. So you were right on that.
Yeah,
you were on the wrong pizza, but you were right. There is actually a pizza like that.
Because I was thinking,
right,
of fresh mozzarella.
Right. Yeah, but I never had that one. I'm gonna have to find somewhere that I could try that pizza. So we're gonna do probably one more pizza, probably two more. Let's see. We're gonna go on to the California style pizza. Now, the California type pizza is, I think they came up with this whole concept of like gourmet pizzas based on what I've researched. So the California type pizzas, they do more details, and it's like
you can include anything on that one.
It's like regular pizzas were just like what the poor people would eat, and then the California style pizza is like they elevate it.
Oh. So
now they put in expensive cuts of meat, or the techniques are different for these type of pizzas. There's this restaurant down here that I think I'm gonna have to try that one. There's a restaurant that I'm gonna tell you about it later on. Maybe we can go there and see what their pizza tastes like. I think they doing something similar to that, because California is pretty popular when it comes to agriculture.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, avocados and stuff like that are grown. Grapes, yeah. I think so. Nah, but I know for a fact, like California is big on grapes. We know that, but also I think they grow a lot of avocados out there, and I think they have a lot of farms out there too. I'm pretty sure about that. So
I think I know about cranberries in California. I've seen a number.
I don't know about the
advertisement
about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you're right or maybe you're wrong. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure about that. Like I said, California is pretty big on food culture. There's a lot of nice restaurants out there. I've been to California one time, and it was a great experience.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I've been there one time. I think I went there like 2 years ago. Yeah, it was a great experience. It's pretty cold.
Cold.
I was surprised with that. I thought it would been hot, but
Why?
it's not. I don't know, for some reason. There's two places I've been to that I thought it would have been hot.
And it was actually
Las
cold.
Vegas. I went to Las Vegas and it was super hot.
Super hot?
Super cold.
Oh.
Maybe it's because I went there. I think I went there the first time I went there was around September, October, somewhere around there. And then I went back October again. Yeah, so that's why. And California was the same thing. It was super cold. Like the mountains, they have snow. Where I stayed, I don't remember the name of the place I stayed, but they had like snow on top of the mountains.
Oh, for real?
Yes, which was
crazy.
I didn't know that exists. Like I used to live in Boston, so I know what snow and I experienced that. But like when you think California, you thinking
sunny
warm weather, right? Beaches and stuff, because they got a lot of beaches out there. Yeah, because it's on the coastline. It's on the coastline of the United States. You know what I mean? So yeah, but anyway, California, they said the California style pizzas are gourmet pizza, and they normally use like unusual ingredients to put on these pizzas.
When we say unusual, like
because it says pizza is mustard, ricotta, pâtés, red pepper. It's just like whatever expensive stuff. Like you probably see California style pizza. They probably have like what do you call that thing? Oh man, foie gras, which is duck liver. Oh, yeah, like stuff like truffles.
Oh, yeah, expensive.
Right. Expensive. So anything expensive that would traditionally be on those type of pizzas. You know what I mean? They also use like artichokes and goat cheese, eggs. They use whatever thing that you would not typically find on a pizza.
They normally
so it's like a whole new genre of gourmet pizza. Pretty much. That's how the gourmet pizza came about, which is the California pizza.
That's crazy.
And the last pizza we have to talk about is Detroit pizza.
Detroit pizza, guys.
Hey, whenever somebody said Detroit, you always hear somebody in the background say D.
Why?
I don't know. D. But Detroit, I've never been to Detroit, never had a Detroit type pizza either. But I don't know. But this was interesting when I was reading up on it, and I have to read this to you guys so you can. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. Listen. So it's reflecting on the city, deep ties to the auto industry. Detroit style pizzas was originally baked in square automotive parts pan. Automotive parts pan. Now, Detroit, you know what? Why you looking like that? Why you look like that just now when I say parts pan?
Cause.
Oh, you thinking that's? I don't think it's like
what?
The parts pan that's been used, but maybe new
parts pans.
Right. Because I think Detroit is the city. Where is Detroit? It's like it's closer to Canada. Yeah, so it's like all the way up north. But I think most of the automotive industry is created over there. Hold on, it's the Motor City. See, right there's nickname is the Motor City. So I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't do much on that one, but anyways, back to the pizza. So they baked their pizza in automotive parts pans. Just imagine that. You know what I mean? Oh, this is the one. So it says the pizzas contain pepperoni, which is followed by brick cheese. Now, when I googled brick cheese, because I never knew what a brick cheese was, brick cheese is pretty much cheese that come in a big slab. So like a big bar of cheese.
Brick shape.
Right, like a big bar. So that's how that pizza came about. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I would love to see that. I would love to try one of those pizzas, like an original Detroit pizza that was baked in one of them pans.
I think we should try all of these pizza, like from the different state, and create a whole
maybe we could find
pizza thing.
Maybe we can find like You know what? I have an idea that I wanted to travel and do like videos of that, and I know you would like that because you like to eat.
Yeah.
You're something else.
So I was thinking about that. And maybe we can do this whole pizza thing.
Oh my God, you are something else. Yeah, but the brick cheese is a cheese from Wisconsin and is made in the shape of a brick. The color ranges from pale yellow to white, and the cheese has a sweet to mild flavor. When young or mature, it gets stronger. So when the cheese is young, it has a mild flavor. When it gets more mature, it has a stronger, ripe cheese.
With age.
Yeah.
So the older it gets,
it has like
the flavor intensifies.
Right. But definitely, me and you gotta figure out a way where we can do some exploring
pizza,
and we can
testing.
we can probably do like a video on that one. Just showing people the different type of pizzas that we have tried based on this list that we created
and giving our feedback while having the pizza. You think?
Right. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy.
I think I'm going to enjoy
I don't like
a lot
thick
of that.
pizzas, man, and most of these pizzas are thick, and
Oh,
I don't want nobody to curse me out.
when you're asking for,
Yeah.
can I have a thin crust?
Can I have a thin crust?
We don't have thin
I'm
crust.
gonna ask them for a thin crust deep dish pizza. They gonna be like,
Sorry,
what?
We don't have
I'm gonna
thin crust.
slap you right across the head right now. Can I get a thin crust deep dish pizza, please? No. But anyways, guys, that's the wrap up on that pizza journey with us today, as we talked about the various types of pizza that exists throughout this beautiful, beautiful world that we live in. It is great. I love living in this world, and I wonder sometimes if there's a better world out there.
Maybe there is.
Right. But you never know. Oh, we didn't talk about one of the pizzas, We left one pizza off. Guess which one is that? We didn't talk about the St. Louis style pizza.
St. Louis style pizza?
Yeah. You the one supposed to be making sure I'm on top of my stuff. You know what I mean? So the St. Louis style pizza is pretty much the pizza that I like. It's thin. So
but wait, hold up. So this pizza is a pizza that you like. Yeah. You're supposed to talk about this first.
I know, right?
Being that it's a pizza that you like.
Right. But it's a thinner crust pizza. Their sauce is a little bit sweeter than the typical sauce that would most other pizzas that would use. Very heavy on sage and oregano.
Oh.
Yes, and sage has like a mint
flavor.
Like a mint flavor to it. And oregano is more herby.
Oh.
Yeah, like earthy, I like cooking with sage. I think you could use sage to make tea. There's so much stuff you can make with sage. Sage, tarragon, thyme. What's that other one?
Oregano?
No, I said tarragon, sage, thyme. I'm not too big on cilantro or parsley. I don't like those. I'm not like I'll use it. I'm more into cilantro because I don't think parsley have no flavor. For me,
I was just gonna say that parsley, the flavor like for parsley isn't.
For me, I don't like it.
It's
not that
intense.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You don't get an intense flavor from parsley.
Yeah. So, it is what it is. But back to the pizza, guys. Like I said,
St. Louis pizza.
We talked about the St. Louis pizza, and it is. Oh. Yeah. So, sorry about that. But anyways, we'd like to thank you again for coming through.
Wait, so you said before the St. Louis pizza is much thinner. That's it.
It's thinner.
It's regular richer. Toppings.
Yeah, the toppings, like I said, the toppings don't really matter because everybody's gonna do it different.
Oh.
Everybody's gonna add different ingredients. But like I said, the dough is thinner. The sauce is richer in terms of
the spicy herbs.
Sweeter. It's sweeter than typical sauce that you use. Yes.
Okay.
Because you have some pizza, like I said, some pizza have more rich tomato based flavor.
Yeah.
And then you have other pizzas that are more sweeter. And then some pizzas, like if you make a pizza from scratch, a lot of people don't put tomato paste in it. Because tomato paste is like, what do you call that now? It's like a reduction of tomatoes. so the flavor is so intense. That's why people put tomato paste and stuff, because it brings up the flavor of it.
Oh.
But if you make, like the chef I told you I work with, he showed me how to make a tomato sauce without tomato paste.
Oh.
And it tastes good. But the problem was it's not as red.
And as thick.
Well, the thickness is not a problem because you can thicken it with whatever thickness. Yeah. But it is not as bright red as the typical stuff, because you don't have the tomato paste is what mainly gives it the color, you know.
Oh.
Because if you boil, let's say for instance now when we're making that sauce, what we do is we cut the top, core it, cut it in 4 pieces, put it in a bucket, put some basil in it, and leave it overnight. So what happens is the liquid from the tomato starts to extract. Oh. The following morning you come in, you take the tomatoes out, you put 1 onion, and you put, let's say you put a piece of onion, and you put all the tomatoes in the pot, and you just let it cook down with the basil. So you don't use all that water, because the tomatoes a lot of water in it. Oh, so that's... If you realize if you make a tomato salad and you put anything on it like salt, it's just start like
oozing
a lot
water.
of oozing water. So like he taught me that, like the traditional way to make the tomato sauce, it don't have a tomato paste. Like I'm saying, you know, if we're supposed to sit down and talk about even the pizza doughs that we're talking about now, you realize that the traditions have been lost over the years, and it's more made in a way to fit the palate of the people of the surrounding, if you understand what I'm saying. Like some recipes, if you go back to original recipes, you realize that some of the ingredients in it are not in the ones that they consider to be traditional now, because if they're making it to fit the palate of the people that are into it. Oh. So let me break that down for you guys. If you're in Cuba, the stuff that we would cook in Cuba, if you come to America and you're making Cuban food, you have to water it down to fit the American palate. Yeah. You know what I mean? American people like more sweet and salty stuff. So you'd have to make like even the pork that you would put in it in let's say a Cuban sandwich. You have to, because if you go to Cuba, the Cuban sandwich that you get here, you go over there, it's gonna be 2 different things. Like a lot of people think a Cuban sandwich has what you call that pork, like a cured pork on it. So, you know, they have fresh pork. Oh, you know what I mean? So it's different, but you know, it's a whole case of you just got to understand the cultures and understand how food works and understand the ingredients and where the ingredients come from and all of that. But yeah, we're gonna get to the meat of the matter now, which is relieving. So again, guys, thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for watching, guys.
And thanks for
listening, I should say.
Well, we're gonna be on YouTube. Well, they watching / listening. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yes, and thank you for coming on our pizza journey. And I hope that you come back another time
for our next podcast.
I'm your host, Winston Murdoch.
And I'm your co-host, Telecia Baker.
And please remember to find us on Instagram. My name on Instagram is @Chef W Murdoch or @PastryBearTV.
And my Instagram is Telecia_Panadero.
Also, please check out my YouTube channel. It's Pastry Bear TV on YouTube. I have a lot of videos on there. I'm uploading a video every Sunday with different recipes and different menus and different whatever you want to call it. I'm just doing whatever I cook. I make a recipe and I make a video. So go check those out. Like, subscribe, and share.
And share, guys.
Thank you for tuning in to the Pastry Bear Podcast.
Have a good one.
Big up.